coming live from the CLE. Streaming on Los Mobile Home Internet. Good looking out, Los Mobile. Thanks for holding it down for me, giving me an option above Cox Home Internet, which is absolute trash. And glad to have something to help carry the channel. A big part of what I do here on the channel is obviously the podcast. I dedicate a lot of research and article reviews and the commentary and the insight I give during this podcast. You know, it's my best estimation on how I see things and, you know, how I perceive the different network technologies, how their trajectory looks. And so I think it's important to note that when people watch and listen to the commentary on the podcast, I'm not an investor in these companies. I don't put my money into the companies outside of spending money for the service. I pay them. I've been saying this for 5 years since I started my channel. Having a carrier connection beyond paying your bill and using the service, meaning like somehow your personal identification, like who you are, has to do with your carrier, that's a bad look. You don't want to do that. Don't ever feel compelled to have to defend a carrier who doesn't care about you, doesn't even know that you exist. You are a number. You're a customer number. You are a dollar amount that gets paid every month. They don't care about you. The only time they ever care about you is if you stop paying. That's really it. So when you come into my podcast and when you listen to the commentary or watch the videos and see the testing, be objective, question, scrutinize, be critical. It's quite all right with me, but just know that I'm trying to do the same thing. And this podcast is a consumer advocate podcast. I don't care what Neville Ray says. I don't care what Mike Sievert says. I don't care what Hans says, John Stanky. None of that stuff matters to me. Their personal life, you know, what they try to give off as some kind of public perception, I don't care about any of that. The end game is the network technology and what we care about in terms of consumer protections, consumer advocacy, and competition.